Yeah. So, hi Somya, good afternoon.
Yeah, hi Raghu, good afternoon.
So, today we have Somya with us, and she was part of both the batches, that is DSA and the system design with us. And I think, and yeah, so she was able to crack three of us. Uh, I mean, rather than I tell you, it's better, Soumya, you only go ahead and tell us about what motivated you to take the course and how was the journey with us, everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So in last year, September, I was just going through Instagram profiles and actually I wanted to upskill myself in a way. Like I know like if I want to give an interview after 6 months or 7 months and for the SD roles, system design is on demand. So I was already a software engineer, but the thing is, as in the experience level I was having was around 5 years only. So I was mostly taking part for LLDs, not for HLD. So there was some little bit knowledge that I want to gain from that side and prepare for the interviews, which I may or not be going to take for the next year side. So initial motivation just for the upskillment, and also at the same time, when I was practicing DSA, I used to practice it from a lead code side, but
Mhm.
there is always a mismatch with the algorithm and the type of the question to identify the question in general. So that was the second motivation. Like, okay, we have a different platforms wherein we know, okay, apply this pattern to this question, apply this pattern to this. But when we are trying to approach a particular question, it's very difficult to, just identify, okay, this one is going to follow here. So that's why that was the motivation. I just want to, just kickstart my practice and see how it's follow. So initial motivation was mostly for the upskillment, I will say. So when I started my journey, I think in September, so with an office and everything, initially I was not taking a live classes. Sometimes I was able to, but sometimes not. But the Get SD Ready was always providing the help with the recordings, and whenever there's any issue, we can approach the instructor. So all that help was always there from Get SD team. So initially we started with the DSA, and what I noticed, like the practice session like we are having, and the algorithm approaches that we are following. Okay, we are, for example, we are starting with the mathematics one, and then we went for XORs and all the programming, then for sliding window. So we have a set of questions for each of the approaches that we need to follow. So once I was practicing, it was easier for me to identify and go with the flow. And as soon as the whatever the classes were following, I was following the same. And we have ample amount of questions on the site. So the curriculum, the structure especially was awesome for me because it really helped me out throughout the process. So every day I was practicing, I was going through the recording at my pace, and if I face any issue, I can ask and just get a guidance there. And I followed my practice. I practice every day, and at the same time, the greatest help, which I will say, although I was part of September batch, I got the recordings of the previous batch for the system design because I want to, go hand in hand. I don't want to focus on DSA and then for system design. So I got a previous batch recordings too, so that with the look parallelly, I was able to practice both DSA and system design. And for the system design, I was very, very noob. I didn't know from where to start and what to study, how to approach, everything very much new to me. So I will say that really helped me. Now, whatever the interviews processes I have followed with 5 years experience, 5+ experience, mostly for SD2 and SD3 roles, system design is a must thing apart from
Yeah.
DSA. So logic and everything is fine in DSA. Whenever you are having a good practice of the questions and everything, that can follow. But for system design, I mean, the discussion, the kind of discussion we have with interviews. So, it really, you need to know the concepts all around. So that was very important. And Get SD Ready, basically the course and the structure and the curriculum for HLD and LLD was very much awesome. And I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. And I say still till today, in the process of the switching, I have gained much knowledge through that process. So yeah, it was like, as far as my interviews are concerned, for all the three companies, so I think I gave my first interview in December around, and in December it started with the first with the Cisco and then for the Oracle. And so the rounds were totally different on both the companies. So if I talk about the Cisco, therein we are having the three rounds, so two technical and one managerial round. So first technical was more about on a DSA and the Java side, and the second round was also mostly on DSA and the system design side. So for the DSA part, if we talk about the algorithms in the first two rounds, first round is mostly based on the arrays, because it's a huge pool basically in arrays it can come in.
Yeah.
I'm not in particularly able to recall the question what was there, but yeah, it was mostly based on.
Were they, were they covered from our course content only, or was it outside the course content?
Definitely, because I tell you one thing, especially I didn't know while the course, I was taking the course about binary search and the sorting algorithms. I used to take as a separately. Okay, in interviews they will ask what is quick sort and a merge sort. I was very naive on that side. So what I noticed in maximum amount of interviews, that binary search things works a lot.
Yeah.
And initially I was not able to apply it my own before the course. I knew, okay, this can be applied, but to identify, okay, this is a binary search problem and how to approach it, it was very difficult for me even to get to know, okay, we can apply binary search here. So from that particular side, I can say I got many problems and I've solved through binary search, and it was all because of the course, because we have good amount of questions for that to identify the problem. Even for some question we are having different techniques, like we can solve through binary search also and through sidling window. But for the optimization process, because for the coding side I was able to code the things, but to optimize it, that was very important. So when you are aware of these algorithms which can follow on which particular question, I that will definitely help basically to solve the issue and optimize it. So before the course on a DSA side, and I was not able to optimize it properly and apply the algorithm properly. But after the course, after all the classes and everything, I am able to identify the problem now. I am able to solve the problems and optimize at the same time. So that's a great help from the Get SDE team side and on a both. So system design is all like, I know I was very noob to it, and now the knowledge right now I'm still need to cover many things. I still need to get to know many stuff, but as a new on the course level, I think now I could have a good knowledge because of the Get SDE team. Yeah.
Okay. And whatever interviews you were giving, right? The DSA part and all. So, I mean, all the questions, were that from our portal only, or was it some questions were asked outside us? It's like how much percentage will you give that? Okay, 100% of the questions were asked from the
Hmm.
portal only, or was it 90% or 80%, or no question was asked? It was
Uh,
it fully outside? Yeah.
Percentage wise, see whatever interviews I have given, I can see it's around 70%, because questions are a huge pools, but
Yeah.
the algorithms are covered. 100% algorithms are covered.
Correct.
All the
Yeah.
algorithms were covered to it. But by the practice of it, so I can say it's mostly 70 to 75% questions were covered. And the 25%, it's not like exact match from the portal, but it will definitely, once you have,
Logic.
yeah, logically, like you
Yeah.
have solved all those questions from the portal side. So if you have gone through all those questions, definitely you can crack them. Not able to crack or solve properly, but at least you can approach some algorithm for
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. And finally, is like, are there any scope of improvement for us for the get SD teams? Like, do you want us to improve in this? I mean, in this way, or as like do you want us to add anything in the course, or I mean, do you have any recommendation for that?
No, I'm very much happy with it because I'm able to crack 150% hike through the course. Would have not imagined that, looking at the current market situation, how it's going on from last couple of years. So yeah, definitely, I was very happy for my pace of studying. It was exactly matching what I needed with the DSA and system design. Both parallelly, I was able to take up, and team have always supported me even for the doubt sessions and everything. So yeah, it's a big plus for Get SD team, because uh, you will get a good, once you get that offer letter, like how you have
Hmm.
approached in the last months, all your hard work is going to pay off.
Correct.
and
Yeah.
and you need a mentorship. Definitely you need a mentorship, because if you're not aware how the current things are going on in the market, so that mentorship is much needed, and Get SD Ready is best for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, it's like, how much would you rate the course out of say 10 or 5? I mean, any
Hmm.
any point of scale? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I will go for 9. For
Okay,
it. Yeah, so it was a very good experience altogether, and it was amazing. Like all the companies and all the interviews that have been through, and all the mentorship. So yeah, Get SD team. I'm very thankful to for them, like for providing me this opportunity to learn from them. Yeah,
great, great, great. Cool. Then I think that is all, and all the best for your future.
yeah. Thank you.